Hello, welcome back to the next episode of Star Trek. How are you? Hope you're doing very well. Dead Reckoning. We had this cutscene at the beginning of the last episode. We're going to watch through it again, or just have it in the background or whatever. They're trying to make us feel guilty for her getting injured. I feel like it was either choosing her to not get injured or choosing the Illydians to just not make it through the warp, like the transport.
We were able to save almost 100 Illydians from certain death.
I don't regret it.
As
They're trying to
for
make me feel
Lieutenant
bad, but I'm not
Bedrosian,
going to go down that route.
Well, Duval will do her best, but the prognosis isn't very encouraging.
So yeah, I just need to do these things
Lieutenant
again.
Bedrosian went above and beyond her duty.
But this
She
wasn't the last
deserves a
episode, so I will talk over it.
I'll see what I can do.
If I can concentrate, I'll probably
Commander
can't
Rydek,
concentrate.
I heard
I
what you
can't
did.
concentrate over it, so we're going
The
to have to listen to it again.
sacrifice you made.
Okay, so that's the first time I've ended the game, but then having to do the whole cutscene again. We are in Med Bay. There she is. I can't remember her name now. We need to check on her. That's where I left it last time. So remember, last episode, I think it was last episode, we were in the mine. We came out. We found out what's going on. I won't recap it. You'll have watched it.
She needs her rest.
I understand.
Commander Rydek? Is that you? I thought I heard your voice.
How are you feeling?
Here we go.
Better, I guess. But my head's still ringing. Before you say anything, I just want you to know
Thank you, because it wasn't my
for
fault.
what happened. I heard that last transport made it through.
Exactly.
That was our mission, to save lives. So I'm glad it was a success. And Dr. Duval tells me she can get me my
Hey.
sight back
There you go.
eventually.
Oh, she's very upset.
I just hope this isn't the end of my career.
Oh God, yeah.
Can't be much of a tactical officer if you can't see what's coming.
The latest advancements in vision enhancement are truly remarkable. I wouldn't be surprised if you came back better than you ever were.
I just want to be able to see again. That's all I'm asking.
All right.
Okay. Thank God, I got her back on side. Took comfort in my optimism.
You too. Lieutenant Bedrosian needs her rest.
Bedrosian,
And
that's
you
the
have an infusion waiting for you.
I will check in on you soon.
Cool.
I promise.
So yeah, we're going to
I'm
go
gonna
back
hold
to
you
the
to it.
Hatari, pending to apologise so that we can get more information, because the Takon have just gone with Carter, our second
Aside from
character,
almost running
on
out
a
of
ship
Iridium,
with their artifact thing.
you're in good health.
Nice to get some positive news for a change.
You, I don't worry about. The captain, however,
Yeah, she's
Go
not
on.
a fan of
you see,
the captain.
don't you? He's desperate, withholding intel from Starfleet just to save his reputation.
Yeah,
That's
not good.
normal behavior for a captain.
It's really not.
I was relieved you called him out on it. You've spent enough time with him now, seen enough of how he runs this ship. If there's something wrong, as the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugarcoat it. You know I wouldn't.
To be honest, I'm worried about him. Seems like the stress of this
It isn't
mission
normal.
is getting
No
to
matter
him.
what your opinion is, it's not normal
There's
for him
so
to
much
withhold
riding
this
on
from
its
Starfleet, because he's
success.
only withholding it because he's
And
afraid
I
that he'll
am
be
concerned he'll
called
do
a failure
something
again.
rash to ensure it.
But there's a lot of lives he's
To
messing
know we
with,
see eye to eye on this.
just to not
And I
tell
want to
them.
be clear. I care about Solano. I really do. I've been his doctor for years. There are more important things at stake than offending an old friend. If it gets any worse, you know where to find me.
Yeah, she probably likes that I was honest. Was grateful for my defiance when Captain Solano suggests withholding information, and she shares Jara's concern that his judgment may be impaired. He's not going to be happy with me.
Jara,
Hey,
Monitor your Iridium levels. I'll be right back.
I was feeling better.
How's your wound?
like it was never there. I feel lucky you were there with me. Without you, I'd be, well... Thank you for saving my life. Even with the wonders of your technology, it wouldn't have mattered if you'd left me for dead.
I'm glad you're alive, but you shouldn't have protected me.
Oh, I didn't know that's
you
what
almost
she was
got
going to say.
yourself killed.
But then you would have been hurt.
I'm a soldier. It's my job to get hurt.
I suppose.
I was going to go down the lines of, like, you know, you've risked so much, like,
saw the
I'm in your
truth
debt, sort of
down
thing.
in those mines. What Sidron and Galvin really are, who they've become, the lengths they're willing to go to. What they did to that Lydian.
It's not really them anymore, unfortunately.
It's hard to accept. That everything I thought I knew, so much was a lie.
What we learned down there will help us win this fight. Truth is power, and we'll use that to stop Galvin and Sidron.
If you're right, then it was worth it. I truly hope you're right.
Commander Rydick, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed to meet.
Some groveling to do. This mission, I need to remember, this mission is to get intel. They insult me, just keep my cool. Apologize, even though I'm not sorry. Get information.
They haven't found us yet.
Get more information than I had when I left. Right, so this is the Lydian ship that's been taken over by the
We have no idea when or if the Resolute is going to catch up. But if we can get access to the Zeldi systems, we might be able to figure out what the Takan are up to. You got somewhere we could do that?
Okay, follow. I'm into. I got to look out first.
For how uptight the Illydians are, their cargo bay is kind of a mess.
Come on, Carter. We need
Over
to stick
here.
with the tall guy.
Huh. Illydian consoles still have mechanical keyboards as a backup.
Mm-hmm. Come over there, you two, and then this.
Based on how this is reinforced, it probably contains dilithium. Stray phaser blast could cause a piezoelectric rupture and blow a hole in the ship. Better be careful. Looks airtight and climate controlled. Must be where they put the precious cargo.
Okay.
Up there? Alright. Etzelar, let's do this.
The internal sensors.
The what?
When they scan the ship for life signs, they'll know right where we are.
No.
There must be devices that perform the scan.
Right there. And there. There's several of them around the room.
Got it. We'll disable them.
How? They're too high to reach, even for me.
Not too high for our phasers.
Low power, Nelly. Let's not set off any fire alarms.
I got the ones over here.
Quickly shoot 5 sensors.
Got one.
No? Was that just...
Another down.
Hurry, Carter!
I am. Only one left.
Hey? I shot you.
Here it comes. It worked. They won't be able to detect us.
Oof.
That buys us some time.
Now that the Zeldi has its power again, I might be able to access some of the ship's systems from here. I'll take care not to give away our position.
The Takan might not even know we're still on board this ship. Miranda only saw us transport away. She probably thinks we're back on the Resolute.
Miranda.
Don't give up on her yet, Carter. For all we know, she was trapped, watching it happen. Fighting it the whole time.
It never hurts to hold on to hope. Especially when it's someone you care about.
And I know it looks bad, but we're gonna get her back. I won't let her go.
What you saying? What you saying? Remain hopeful. After Carter suggests there might be a way to get Miranda back. I mean,
I know
have
it
no
seems
idea.
like we could never trust her again. But maybe there's a way to turn her back and
Maybe.
Miranda could help
I mean,
us
the
stop
doctor said at the moment no, but
Here,
we
on
don't
the
know
ship.
much.
Just because the Trill joining is permanent doesn't mean the Takan bioforming has to be.
I've heard enough of your prattling on about your friend.
Hey,
You have to think like a soldier.
shut your mouth.
She's our enemy now. She'll be dealt with like the rest of the Takan.
My friend Miranda is not responsible for what she's doing. The Takan have taken control of her mind. We certainly can't kill her for it.
Speak for yourself. If anyone threatens the Empire, they are the enemy. It's just one life, and it's already been lost.
You don't get to talk about Miranda.
You don't get to ignore the truth.
There is no such thing as just one life. And she is not lost. This isn't calculus. You can't just break it down by the numbers.
And our crewmates were injured, killed, in the process of rescuing yours.
I'll grant that you showed your grit and effectiveness. More than I can say about accessing ship systems. They block out helm control, propulsion.
Shit.
They're closing down systems faster than I can check them. They're always changing these interfaces. I can hardly keep up.
Let us help.
Fine.
No need to be rude. Oh, that would be the obvious choice, not the other two.
They're using a senior officer's access code to lock down our systems from the bridge. The Takan must have turned someone in command.
Here's something. I can see the course they have plotted in. The Lydian fleet has explored a lot of systems, but it's all in the opposite direction of where we're going.
Inspect heading. Inspect Zeldi. Inspect Hatari space. So we are the Zeldi.
Zeldi. That's where we are.
That's not exactly news.
That's where we're coming
Long
from.
way from Hotari space.
Did it in the wrong order.
I hope the Resolute is all right back there.
Lastly, where we're going.
We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems along the way. And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space. A lot sooner than I like to think about, too.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around. Get back to the front lines of the battle for Elydia.
We are on the front lines. They're going to do this all over the quadrant. The whole Federation is at risk.
That is a possibility, but it's already a reality for my people.
I'm sure it's pretty damn real for the people who are trapped in their own bodies controlled by the Takan. You can't just turn your back on them.
I'll take this ship without you if I have to. And I'll bring it back to Elydia, or I'll destroy it. I won't let it stay in the hands of the enemy.
Think strategically. We stand a better chance by working together. You're right to be angry. But it doesn't do any good to turn it on us.
Fair enough.
The most important thing is that we get control of...
Saying. Thought highly of my efforts to defuse the tension. Thanks.
this ship, so that we don't end up so far away that the Resolute can't ever catch up to us.
And if we control the Zeldi, that also means they can't use that Cartabula thing.
I'm not sure we can do much more from here.
What's this? It's a data stream.
It looks to be a two-way communication.
Let me see if I could put it through a demultiplexing processor.
Can you get that clearer?
I'm trying. Okay. That should do it.
Hello? Can you read me?
Itasca, is that you?
Major!
It's my lieutenant.
Interesting.
Where are you?
I'm here with some of the others. We're trapped in the ATP.
Our artillery targeting platform.
The bulkheads are sealed, and ruptured power conduits on the other side are discharging at high voltage. Major, we've seen Sidron and the other Hatari, and if we can get free, I think we'll be able to overpower them and take back the ship.
Itasca, are you still there? Itasca, are you still there?
You shouldn't trust anyone else you meet. The Hatari have been transforming people on this ship. We've seen it happen.
Bioforming.
It's only a matter of time before any remaining crew are turned against us. You have to come and help us.
I gotta ask, are you sure that's really your comrade?
It's Itasca. You're going to have to trust me. I know Lieutenant Itasca well. That's her. Clear and not under duress beyond our current circumstances. I'm sure of it.
I can do that, Major.
Then we don't have time to lose. We'll make it to you undetected, and we'll free you from the ATP.
We'll be ready and waiting, sir.
I may not know the computers very well, but I know every inch of this ship. I can get us there, safely, through the back routes.
Check I'm recording. I certainly am. Okay, Project Apology activated. Now some, or at least a lot of these, are going to have, what do they call it? Like, not be them, you know, be transformed. Like him. And the Queen, probably. God knows who else. Gotta be polite. Kill 'em with kindness. Don't bite. We need info.
You may approach.
Your Majesty, an apology is in order. The Federation...
Spare us your apologies, your excuses, your pathetic explanations. You said you were here under the pretense of peace, yet you trespassed into our minds. I should have known you were lying when you said the Hotari should have control of the mines. Just a ruse to conceal your true intentions.
We knew you were hiding something. We had to find the truth.
Not sure that was the best answer, but none of them were really that good.
Satisfied with what you found.
Your Majesty.
What, do you think I give a shit about you, mate? Where is he? Galvin didn't care for my weak excuse, and he was amused by my bold and aggressive statement.
If I may.
Her actions nearly caused a war.
I was addressing the Queen.
Galvin speaks for the Hotari now.
Damn.
Fortunately, we were able to resolve this ourselves despite your interference.
Queen is not
The
interested.
Illydians have agreed the mines will remain under Hotari control.
We now recognize the Hotari as the sole authority in this region.
Oh, this
Your
is
presence
sus.
here is no longer necessary.
So you can consider the matter resolved.
None of my
That makes
options
no
are
sense.
apologies.
What did they do to you?
They convinced us that this was the best deal we were going to get.
I thank you for coming. But the sooner the Federation leaves, the better.
The hell we will.
Oh,
Captain.
that's worse.
What about my crew trapped aboard that ship? Or what you did to my security team? The data you stole? I want to make one thing clear. No one is to leave Hotari space without Federation approval. No one.
You think you have that power, when in fact you have none. You came here under the presumption you would be the ultimate authority. That you would show up and render judgment in this petty dispute over precious resources between lesser people. But instead, your arrogance and self-interest was your undoing. Blinding you to the real power at work here. Something far beyond your feeble imagination.
We came at your request to help solve the problem, not
You
create
came
one.
because I wanted to see the mighty Federation for myself. The greatest power in the galaxy. Needless to say, I was disappointed.
They never wanted our help. They were setting us up from the start. Commander Rydek saw what you did in those mines. How you bioformed innocent people against their will and
coming out
turned them
with
into Khan.
Not sure Spock's happy about this.
Gone. A word I haven't heard in a very long time. At the height of our power, the Takan Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years and trillions of Taconians.
An empire that encompassed what is now considered Federation territory.
What's yours was once ours, so it feels only right that we reclaim what was lost. Everything you hold dear will be gone. The first of many painful losses to come.
You won't get away with this. You'll be held accountable by the Federation.
I already have gotten away with it. And the Federation has no authority here. Not anymore.
I mean, if we told the Federation
You might
about
be
this...
surprised how many want to be part of the most advanced civilization the galaxy has ever seen. We will not stop until we've reclaimed what is rightfully ours. Imagine what a queen, a starship captain, or even a Federation ambassador could accomplish if their power was wielded by a truly superior entity. In the face of such impossible odds against an adversary so clearly more advanced in every way, the only logical choice is to submit.
Never.
Oh, behind you. How dare you?
Seize them.
Shit.
Get us out of here, now!
What the frick am I meant to do that?
Rydick to Resolute. Beam us out.
Whew. Well, that did not go well, but at least they've admitted what they are.
You ever done something like this before?
Comrades in
Close
arms.
quarters combat? Infiltrating an enemy stronghold?
Something like that.
I once spent 6 days crawling through sewers during the siege of Tofar Ket to retake the citadel there. That's just one of many campaigns I've served in.
I can't say I'd want to be wading through sewage right now, so I guess things could be worse.
War is rarely a tidy affair, Petty Officer. Lieutenant Itasca knows
That's
that.
such an insult, Petty Officer.
She fought shoulder to shoulder with me in that siege.
So you're pretty close, huh?
She's like a daughter to me. She's saved my life more than once. She's more than just a comrade in arms.
Don't worry. We'll get her and the others free.
I'll worry less when that's been done. But once we have my comrade...
Sorry, I have to look at it every time. Grateful of my confidence when he expressed concern about Itasca aboard the Zeldi.
proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge. Then, our fleets will catch up to us. The ATP is just down that corridor.
Trap? It's gotta be a trap.
Is this the artillery platform?
This is the power distribution for the forward armament cluster.
There they are.
There was combat here. Disruptor burns on the walls. Signs of a grenade detonation.
If there was a fight, the Takan might still be nearby.
Maybe my people killed them.
There's no bodies.
Or they could be waiting for us.
And that's a problem for when we meet them.
The distribution conduits have been knocked loose. The currents in those lines would be illegal. Is there any way to power those down?
Each circuit has a control panel that regulates power to the magnetobanks.
We can track connections between the power lines and the control panels. I should be able to clear a safe path to your crew.
We'll get the door open here.
It's heavy.
In I go. Okay. Find the consoles. Deactivate the electricity. Simple. Comes over here. Next one. Rule of threes would dictate there's one more. going on here? Eh? Ooh!
You! Federation, you made it.
Barely. There's a lot of collateral damage out here.
They'd backed us into a corner.
We did that to drive them out. Put some space between us and the enemy.
Oh! Okay, I trust you all.
Get down!
I think they've given up on capture.
We'll never make it if we go back that way. You, give me a hand with this! Go! Go! Behind us!
Nice. Okay, objects with that over them can explode. Small delay before the explosion triggers.
Go, Federation! You take the lead. We'll keep them busy.
My name is Federation. It. Oh no! Oh, that's.
Fall back!
Oh my god.
Hold
You
them
say
back!
that,
We can't let them reach the stairs!
Ow. More? Oh my fucking god. Well, I've used up all the barrels.
Come on, hurry!
That took me about 6 goes. Oh no! Oh my god.
No! No! You can't just run in there.
Must
gone.
live to fight.
God, they've tamed a lot of people. Should know there's going to be a confrontation with Miranda at some point.
We let the enemy take them. Hadri and Private Turo.
They weren't the only ones. But if we hadn't, it would have been all of us. I'll have to live with that, and I'll answer for it when I die. It's not the Illydian way to leave one of our own behind. It's a sin to do so.
We're not gonna die. Not if I have anything to say about it.
It's more important that we win. When we were in there, trapped. We agreed that we had to live to fight. Hadri agreed.
Okay. New friend. I was thankful for my grit and determination when she shared her guilt.
We said if one of us was taken, the others wouldn't stop. We'd keep going, make our way to the bridge. They died so we could fight on.
The Takan don't want them dead.
They want to steal their bodies. And steal their minds.
The Takan knows everything the host knows.
That means they know our plan.
Correct.
They know we're heading to the bridge.
We need to not head to the bridge. General quarters.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs in the balance. How did it go?
Not well.
You look exhausted.
I'll be honest. It was a total disaster.
That can't be true. I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Elydians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
I'm afraid the truth is far worse than that.
There's no deal.
No. They're all Takan now. The Hotari, the Elydians, everyone.
No. That can't be true.
I'm sorry.
Where will I go? I can't go back.
There might be a way to reverse it.
I don't have a home anymore.
Hotari isn't lost yet. This is far from over. It will be your home again, I promise.
Thank you.
The Federation stands.
Not green. What's that mean? Devastated. Solace in my words of reassurance.
Hotari, you don't have to doubt it for a second.
Yellow alert.
Oh.
Commander Rydick, we need you on the bridge immediately.
Coming, Liam O'Brien. Coming.
Commander.
Hey.
Good to have you back. You didn't opt for the ocular implants.
Maybe someday. The visor was the best the doc could do on short
I
notice.
remember his name now. He's last generation.
We've got an
next
Elydian
generation.
ship, the
Guy
Veskar,
who wears one of
rapidly
them.
bearing down on our position.
Or what was the Veskar? Now I'm not so sure.
Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for us.
Oh my god, look at the crystals.
Commander?
Books. Yes.
Should we put our shields up? Just as a precautionary measure.
I'd like to avoid escalating this any more than we have to. Whatever the hell this is.
400 kilometers in closing.
Shields up. Ready phasers.
That's exactly
Shields
what
up.
I said.
Phasers ready.
Fuck you
It's
now.
incoming.
Great idea, boss. If only I'd
Lock
thought of
phasers
that.
and open fire.
Heavy damage. But deflectors still at full power?
That bypassed our shields entirely.
Oh god.
That's impossible. God damn it, return fire. Everything we've got. Rydick, modulate the shield frequencies. See if we can get us any cover.
Commander,
I've got this. Just keep firing.
Randomize shield frequency. Good shield firing? I don't know.
Still have no effect.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another. There!
We've got incoming! How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't. Unless... They've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
Jesus.
Ah!
Oh.
Captain!
He's out cold.
Like I'm in charge. This is my moment.
Why'd they stop?
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by
And
the
they
Veskar.
know it.
It's Galvin.
On screen.
You prick, look how arrogant he
Commander
is.
Rydek, where's your captain? Not dead, I hope. At least, not yet.
You're dealing with me. Is that a problem?
One inferior life form is as good as another. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless, your weapons ineffective, and there's nothing you can do. I could destroy you at any moment.
I can't just be arrogant and be like, fuck you, we're gonna get you, you're not gonna win. Because we are in an awful
Your
position.
existence is entirely in my hands, and I'm not in a forgiving mood.
It's entirely possible you could destroy us. But the truth is, we're worth more to you alive than dead. Better if we report back to Starfleet about the power of Taconian technology and the futility of fighting it.
There might be value in that. I've been thinking about what you said, Commander. You claimed I would be held accountable, and here I am. Hold me
Oh,
accountable.
you prick. He's remembered my choices. They've got consequences.
The Veskar's weapons are powering up.
Oh, fuck.
But of course, now you are entirely at my mercy. So I've decided to let you live. Because there's merit to the idea you're worth more to me alive.
What I said. I've saved us.
Tell your Federation that Takan are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives.
We appreciate your mercy.
And you rely on it.
What's this prick thinking? He was impressed by my cleverness. Thanks.
I've lost their signal.
Can you track their warp signature?
Nothing. It's untraceable, just like before.
Notify Ambassador
good.
Spock. I want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
What's the status of the repairs?
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we've got.
Commander Rydek, you had the con after the ship was attacked. What
did.
is your assessment? Given our current situation,
We are
the losses we've
outmatched.
suffered.
It would appear we are severely outmatched.
They can just bypass our shields and our weapons do
In that
nothing.
case, we might
He's happy with that. What's he thinking? What's he thinking? I'm impressed. Daddy Spock. He valued my honest assessment of the situation. Thanks.
have an option. Portal 6-3.
Oh, yeah, the Guardian of the Takan Empire.
If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
That's assuming he's willing to help us.
True, but there's only one way to find out.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
The nearest
Sorry, again, the music is louder than the dialogue.
Federation outpost is Angoria. I can
Not made a
travel there by
difference.
shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not.
Yeah, neither do
Captain
I.
William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3.
Oh my god.
His guidance will prove invaluable.
Is Riker in the game?
Alleviate your concerns.
He was in Next
Delphi
Generation.
Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for good
He was the
reason.
first officer
For all
of
we know, we could
Card.
be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan.
Card is,
It's just
what's
too
his name?
much of a risk.
Maybe.
A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
Right now, we have
Patrick
no
Stewart.
way of knowing where those two
Yes,
Elydian
Picard.
ships are, or where they're going. Another Taconian might be able to at least point us in the right direction.
Or we're the ones pointing him right toward his fellow Takan, making the problem worse.
I am inclined...
The Solano, man, he's pissing me off now. Could see the reasoning behind the rational approach to travel into Delphi Ardu, for despite his concerns, they might be walking into a trap.
I agree with Commander Rydek. Her logic is sound. This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
Yep. Pretty much.
It takes a minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship. So we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for...
Take cover! Oh my god, they're guns. Oh, I wasn't ready. Wow.
Now what? We need that door sealed.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. We should be able to patch into the local systems. We'll be shot getting there. I'll cover you. On my signal. Now! Damn!
What was I saying?
Looking for the bridge doors. Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge,
that's funny.
That'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
He'll never see it coming.
Itasca, get ready to charge.
Charge?
Charge.
For some gravity polarity. Now!
Amazing.
Close in.
Yeah, let's not celebrate yet.
How do we get them down?
Leave them there. Okay. A win. That's a rare win. No one important's on this ship, though, are they? Where's Miranda?
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
Ah.
So you're just gonna shoot them?
Don't you dare.
I haven't decided yet.
God, my PC's going crazy.
It's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in your army.
It may not be convenient, but we don't kill enemies who've surrendered.
Keeping prisoners is a luxury we don't have.
I am up and put them in a fucking closet
Not
somewhere.
a damn luxury.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
Pretty cool. Use the tricorder to investigate the bridge.
Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Fact. You. Gucci.
This console looks unaffected.
I'm not done exploring. Yep, that was not necessary.
Gotta figure this out before we get wherever we're going. If the Resolute can't catch up to us, we're in a whole different kind of trouble.
Okay. Anything else?
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Everything under control?
Yes. These Takan haven't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Okay. Sorry, but this is what I do in these sorts of games, like Life is Strange and stuff. There's things to interact with. I will interact with everything before the thing that then progresses the story. What a cool gun.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
Not sure.
That's interesting. Anything else? Down these stairs.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
Okay. One more thing and then tricorder.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
Okay.
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of. What are the engines doing to produce this kind of speed?
I don't know.
Engines are redline, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
The reactor output matches the high speed, doesn't it?
Whether it's these crystals, or the power from the Cartabula, the Takan have found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan. That is, if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed.
We do our part, and just worry about that. I don't know what more they have to their plan.
People like this are never satisfied. There's always more that they want. And they are obviously going somewhere.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power.
Okay, let's scan this.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
Maybe we should try that other console.
Good idea.
The one that had the two overlays.
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good either. What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
Interesting.
That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey,
Stop it.
that's not how we do this.
That is enough from you.
Oh, it's your fault.
I thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power. Until he touched it. Weapons must be biocoded.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminda.
You can't control the ship with the disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Ah!
Stop it.
Let's talk.
Carter. Number 1. Oh, that's what Picard calls
The Titan's
Riker
communications
in
officer
Next
says Captain
Generation.
Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this.
Where is he?
The report on the data breach.
Yeah, what did we lose when Miranda?
Damn.
Oh no.
It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack. Making this so much worse than it already was.
This is now affecting
Given the
more than
potential
just us.
consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
I don't disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock about it.
Will you?
I don't want to cause a panic. And I doubt he does either.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Oh my god.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through. Captain Riker, this is my
there
first
he is.
officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
My pleasure.
And it's his actual voice as well. 'cause he
I
is
wish
still
we
alive.
were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job.
I'm sure it is voiced by him, actually.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
Then let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut. I am curious to hear what she says, though.
Well, without the ship,
not right.
we'd be in a lot of trouble. So,
Anybody ever choose the ship when you asked?
I can't say that they have.
The truth is, it's a trick question. Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive, or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
what we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good, but that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado.
Can be reasoned with. I just want to see what that says. Struck by my confidence. Okay, but yeah,
But he can be
bravado,
reasoned
and
with.
he can be reasoned with.
And that's
Please
my
remember
other
this.
piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the
I can't remember
ship's
this episode now.
So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the Borg.
Trust me, this isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
Were you equipped to meet Portal 6-3 all those years ago?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. And we have the benefit of your experience on our side.
Fair enough. There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
Your advice is well taken, Captain Riker.
Sun Tzu
No
or
matter what
Marcus
he throws
Aurelius
at us,
music.
we'll stand up to this Takan Guardian.
I'm sure you will. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing
shields.
the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious, which is why I'm asking.
There was a lot of data stolen. A lot to sift through.
Yes, we're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
Could have told them.
I'd raise that alarm pretty loudly if I were you. There's a lot riding on...
Did not tell Riker about the shield codes. I am fucked. I sensed that I was being evasive. I was thankful. Don't think it bodes well for me to just keep this guy
Titan and
happy.
I will be ready to personally lend a hand in this fight.
Let's hope it doesn't get that far.
Riker out.
That was cool.
Thank you for not getting too specific with Riker about the data breach. Better we handle this ourselves, without all of Starfleet hearing about it.
Just don't put me in that kind of position again.
I will tell them.
I'll try. And remember, we're on the same team here. I have more research
I want to be
do.
able to get arsy with them. They always
So
get
do
arsy
you.
with me, but I never have a dialogue
Sure,
option to
the
get arsy
ship's
with them.
computer has Sun Tzu in its library.
No, that's the only time I'm going to lie for you.
Dismissed.
Take my word on that. If it comes up again, no more lies. Something like that, especially if they can now get through any shield on any Starfleet
It's the
vessel.
automated Federation warning buoy.
Buoy?
Transmitting the disable
Very
code
good.
Captain Riker provided.
That was unpleasant. Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. He's not an asset. He's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
Save point, not for the timid. I'm going to leave it there because I know it'll play out now, the next cutscene. But hope you enjoyed. Next episode, we are going to find whatever that person's name is, which isn't really a name. Something 4-3. So good. So I'll stop gushing about this game at some point, but my God, what a brilliant, brilliant game to play as a Star Trek fan. It's fantastic. It's really, really exceeded my expectations. But yeah, come back next episode to explore the next part with me, and I have to try and navigate this Takon OG. Thanks a lot for watching. Like the video, that'd be awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think about this episode and the game in general, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.